Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about massive news of a huge link between Stellar and BlackRock. So before we talk about the main story today, I'd like to show you a clip which features a panel from CNBC going into detail and providing their predictions about how a BlackRock spot ETF for Bitcoin could impact the Bitcoin price over the long run.
I always like hearing your price targets because you are so fearless. Where are you on Bitcoin by the end of next year, let's say?
Well, if the spot Bitcoin gets approved,
Yeah.
I think the demand will be greater than the daily supply of Bitcoin. And so the clearing price, this is done by Sean Farrell, who's our crypto digital strategist, is over 150,000. It could even be like 180,000.
But that's only if the spot, only if the ETF gets approved.
Yeah, in the U.S.,
a
spot U.S., because
right.
a spot Bitcoin ETF is approved outside
right.
the U.S.
Okay, but if it's not approved, then are we just lingering around 29,000?
There's still upside counts because of the halvening next year. So you'll have a drop in supply again. So the clearing price has to increase, but it won't be six figures.
So as stated by the previous clip, the rolling out of a BlackRock ETF could have reverberating effects and significant effects on the price of Bitcoin and in turn the overarching crypto marketplace. So what does this mean for the likes of Stellar and other crypto projects on the marketplace? So this could be quite significant, especially if we look at the nominal GDP of BlackRock, where BlackRock holds the third largest amount of funds across all institutions and even nations around the world. So even if BlackRock do choose to leverage and put even a small portion of their assets into Bitcoin and the building of a Bitcoin ETF, this could have reverberating effects on the price of Bitcoin and the overreaching and overarching crypto marketplace. So very significant, and it'll be interesting to see how a Bitcoin ETF will impact the price of Bitcoin and the overarching marketplace. So how does this all impact the likes of Stellar? So the rolling out of a Bitcoin ETF isn't the only venture BlackRock has entered into across the wider crypto marketplace, where BlackRock has actually collaborated with a number of other organizations, most notably Circle, where BlackRock coupled with Fidelity have backed the stablecoin firm Circle in a $400 million funding round. So this fact is quite significant, especially due to Circle being the providers and also being the creators of the USDC stablecoin, where the USDC stablecoin is slowly becoming the most widely utilized stablecoin for cross-border payments around the world. So the main reason as to why the likes of BlackRock may have chosen to back Circle in this development is due to stablecoins looking likely to become more integrated into financial infrastructure and developments, especially over the long run, and as more bodies and financial institutions do choose to leverage the likes of DLT to improve financial activities and execution, especially over the long run. So BlackRock backing Circle, especially in regards to its USDC stablecoin, could have reverberating effects on Stellar, where Stellar is one of few DLT networks that offer the USDC stablecoin, and Stellar is actually the most widely used network for USDC stablecoin utilities, where even the likes of Ethereum that also hold the USDC and enable users to use USDC for cross-border payments doesn't compete with Stellar in terms of the utility of USDC on the overarching Stellar network. So BlackRock's affiliation with Circle could have significant effects on the utility of the Stellar network in terms of USDC, and the investment put into Circle by BlackRock could have ramifications in regards to investments into Stellar and the usage of USDC. So very exciting, and it'll be interesting to see how these developments pan out and how these developments could have an impact on the price of XLM and the utility of the Stellar network in cases surrounding USDC and other stablecoin ventures and developments. So as I mentioned, Stellar is the most widely used network for stablecoin developments, especially surrounding USDC, where Stellar has actually partnered with a number of remittance corridors around the world, which provides the ability for the USDC stablecoin to be transported between Europe and Africa, where the wide-scale utility of USDC in this remittance pathway again could have reverberating effects on the utility of the Stellar network, especially in regards to the parameters surrounding the execution of transactions on the wider Stellar network and the utility of stablecoins to verify transactions. So it will be interesting to see how these developments will impact the utility of USDC and how the Stellar network could become more widely integrated and utilized for future transactions. So this is one link that BlackRock has with Stellar. So there's also a few more links that indicate that Stellar and BlackRock could be in some sort of collaboration, where the following partnership I'm going to talk about involves a direct partnership between the two organizations, where Stellar is actually part of a institution known as the CFTC, Global Markets Advisory Committee, where this committee involves and is composed of a number of large organizations across a number of industries, most notably the DLT industry and traditional financial marketplaces, where again Stellar is at the center of the CFTC board, where the CFTC board is also known as the United States Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and this development is centered around providing support and highlighting the role of stablecoins in the digital asset markets and real-world use cases, including leveraging stablecoins in the delivery of humanitarian aid. So again, the CFTC committee board is mainly centered around leveraging stablecoins for cross-border payments and improving actions surrounding transaction verification between varying nations and even continents. And again, due to Stellar being on this committee, Stellar could play a key role in such developments, especially due to Stellar being the most widely used network for USDC transactions around the world. So as previously stated, not only are crypto organizations and DLT organizations present on this board, but also traditional financial organizations, including the likes of BlackRock and Goldman Sachs, where BlackRock is also set to sit on the board of the CFTC. So it goes to show how a number of the largest financial bodies in the world have actually earmarked and observed the potential stablecoin utility can provide. As stablecoin utility comes with a number of benefits which puts it ahead compared to the utility of traditional financial architecture and infrastructure, where in the cases of traditional infrastructure, the ability to send datasets and remittances around the world are quite limited, and this is in contrast to the utility of DLT and stablecoins, where it only requires small amounts of funds to verify transactions through the utility of stablecoins, and such stablecoin actions can be delivered in a seamless and rapid rate as compared to traditional financial infrastructure. So these key characteristics and concepts indicate how stablecoins could become a more integrated component within financial architecture and development for years to come, and how the likes of Stellar could become more integrated and used not just by institutions but even by organizations and even by the likes of BlackRock over the long run. So very exciting, and it'll be interesting to see how Stellar could impact the CFTC board and whether the utility of the Stellar network for stablecoin initiatives increase over time, especially by the likes of BlackRock. What are your thoughts on Stellar? Are you excited about the link between Stellar and BlackRock? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.